winner in game 1.
Right now on the map, on top of the northern side, Cow, EA, and Boom seems to be in a very tight spot as well.
Oh, you mentioned about Boom, immediately yummy. Sometimes they got Octa from Boom. Long range, Dog, Octa. Teammates nowhere to be found. Easily, E-Arena is going to pick up point number 2.
Hit and miss time. I mean, when it comes to Hot Drop himself, the northern side just now.
And coming back onto the hot in fight, looks like it will start right now.
There goes. NWE, new era. Wix, taking a one on, taking a second one. That's a nice jump just now with an AUG. Finish things.
You know, but lucky for him, his other teammates can pick him up. Not going to be a problem. But for RRQ, okay, after that out, he's able to 2 players. Napeko spraying from afar, not able to get an extra one. But Dora 9.
Cation is on the ground bleeding out. Unfortunately, they were just winning that fight just now. But being forced to isolate themselves between the players. Boom is zoning
Getting some points, but not able to
just have too much trust towards the team that, you know, I'm just going to leave it in your hands despite not knowing you guys playing or not today. But not so great for the side of New Era. Right now they're losing 1 more member. Now despite a 2v4 just now on the side of New Era, they are struggling so much in the hands of SK. SK divide themselves to 2 sides, and Silence barely will be alive right now. He got 1 tick of health remaining and being knocked down here. New Era Sunshine
in the circle, so he's fine. He does not have any healing utility, so he can expect any moment in the blue. But anyway, now Zuli, Mr. Legendary Zuli just got gunned down, leaving only no fall left for New Era against Claw. They're looking for that 1 extra point. No fall shows up with the DBS at the circle across ETN.
Tried to make a wonderful play here, taking a bit of charge and lead towards Manzi. On the other hand, shot down by the rest of the player of ETN. They do have those high grounds for ETN. It's going to be working both ways for them. They're being sandwiched hammed down by both sides here against Zodag and Pmsl, if I'm not mistaken. But 9, Real next, Real not showing any mercy at all, just shooting down all the players that can actually spot anything that moves. These guys will just shoot it down. On the side of Friends, so Real will try to revive him up. They lost 2 members in the process. That's Abico just did all high. But Real, he knows somebody coming up from the high ground just behind him. You need to deal with the NT players first.
Okay, 1v1 right now, and Real will make it real by securing that elimination. Too bad he lost Frenzy. Oh wait, Frenzy can still be picked up, okay. And he has a little bit more time. Oh, now he shift forward, but he also has to be aware that in 8 more seconds, the zone will close on to him.
Time to shift our eyes towards their health facility, their health utilities as well. That was a very long shot coming out from Schwab, but we expect no less from Schwab's despite no face. Oh my god, this guy is scary. He just crossed the street like a Rambo.
Oh, but too bad. From behind, there has to be another team to stop Schwab. Bit of a party pooper for Shrubs. That was an amazing run, not gonna lie. But Cellcom DG Alliance, right now, they want to create their own amazing run.
You know, charging towards their side, and they have no any information against Cellcom DG Alliance right now. They're cornered down into that very one spot inside of this compound and this build to relay those information back towards this entire team's roster.
So these 2 teams, they're also holding their breath at the same time, like hoping for them to get the circle. And looks like they will still get part of the circle, especially Roy. They still have the circle with that compound against Cellcom DGL. Happening here with RRQ, involving E-Arena. Joker will be gunned down, E-Arena. 2 active players left, including Sakura on the sniper tower. That's not in the circle, by the way.
Oh, Tony K really trying to live up to the name Tony K right now. Taking double down by himself. But that was big net coming out from Mango of Roy. Second DG Alliance having a hard time to wrap things around against Roy. But Roy, this is what we worried about the position here. They clustered themselves inside. And now the only way out is just try to barricade. But they managed to take down another look. That's a big one for the side of Roy.
But Roy seems to be winning this fight though. But they have to clear off the other members of Cellcom DG Alliance while the players currently up. Leon's will be back up again, but goes down immediately with a nade by Hui Guang. As Cellcom DG Alliance, 2 active players, they try to win this fight. but they don't have a good clear shot. Leo is still on the other side of the building of Roy, while Jimmy's on the other side. At the same time, they have to be aware of some of the teams on the high ground as well, while Leo fully focused onto trying to get knocked onto the members of Roy.
Mango. Ooh, he wants to take the charge. They want to go in. They want to just gamble it out. Down to only Jimmy. He managed.
Nice. 4 players still intact coming for the high ground, but then again, Sakura from the lower ground will try to stop them.
4. Set for Roy. They are a bit slightly heavy. Still need to be revived. While Raph on ST. Patrol spotted them out. The arena, they spotted out Roy. Oh, Roy, they're down to only one last player. I don't know how they will try to win this with only Carline.
Oh, for Exo Spheres, they still have at least 4 players, so they have a lot of eyes. But Exo, 1v1, with a high ground advantage, together with his other teammates, they will win this one against Roy. Roy, top 4 elimination points, E-Arena. Right now, time for them to charge into the circle.
The future if Tourniquet start to rise up. And we do know that Imposter might be the OG at this point. But back to Exo Fear can ask. Well, there's Sakura. But how did you even miss that? He saw Sakura through the smoke just now.
Oh man. Yeah, it's likely a missed opportunity there. Maybe from their view, the smoke is very, very thick. But Sakura at the other day will still be gunned down. And for...
They need to fan out because the Blues will start to close on their side first. So they try to bait them out using that vehicle. But will Sakura and the rest of the arena will take that bait on? Well, for one side of the arena, Joker like it really has to push forward. Unfortunately, will be gunned down by Psycho. Well, the better number wins, and it's going to be Exo Fear scoring our first chicken of the day. That's of the day in our first Erangel in week 2, day 1 in the Pmsl Cup. We'll finally stick together like how Claw and Glue is.
Well, ETN, they just don't expect this to happen. Now Mango has them on his crosshair. One player takes a lot of damage, another monster truck passing by, but also taking a lot of damage as well. And Mango, he is alone here. So he's taking a lot of risk here, revealing himself. Now, the monster truck has arrived 1v2, and it's payback time by ETN.
Once more, it's a bit too aggressive, I must say, for the side of Straps. Bold and brazen, just gunning in the open without thinking twice about how it can be. Actually opening too much opening for the team, but Solly taking down on Todak players. It's going to be ringing around Rosie, but here comes Snowfall. New Era try to wipe them off and flush them down and charge into the compound. It's not a great position for the side of Todak. They might lose their members, but suddenly Sunshine giving a bit of ray of light to give them some sort of hope to turn things around.
As long as Claw don't crash in, look at the minimap. Claw is actually going there. They might want to be the third party. They see an opportunity and they will take out 9. Oh, but that's still New Era still. Okay, here comes Claw on the other side. So Claw, they want to be the cleanup crew. Sunshine right away into the sunset.
Not yet. The sunset is a bit too far reach.
Oh!
And it's going to be nighttime for the Sunshine, unfortunately. Still dark and not the end of the tunnel yet. But E-Arena Sakura just next to Makai's. But what is going on is an open declaration of fight between these two teams, recklessly just giving away their position because we might have a third party winning over these two teams right now, and that's going to be Vampires.
But that's what happens if you have this kind of circle tucked into the corner. It takes
The Vampires are very good at approaching fights, so we know how well experienced they are. It's Mela. Tony Gayen on some right on top of Prison where Boom tried to scatter themselves. South side, I have to say, is quite concentrated as well. Now we're going to have major thinning of the crowd. The next stage going to commence.
You know that ETN is across as well, and here comes the name by Tony K across. Let's see if it lands onto the other side. It will! It is by the OG, Tony K, to get that one.
M16 trying to follow up with the fallen teammate, hoping to revive, but he exposed himself to a very dangerous situation. Now, ETN is not doing great for them. It seems to be a bit bleak for the future in this map right now as Straps pushing forward, and that's going to be it. Without sweat.
But they need to find their way in. But on the inner side, we have SK.
Oh, it's going to be Disabled eliminated as well. SK and a pet, and they'll be surrounded by this chaos right now. Arena are scouring them and taking them apart like vultures. Look at the nade galore. There's no stopping this, guys. The utilities are massive drop on the side of SK. First target. We do have Roy just on the south of the road, but Yummy Johan. I mean, Yummy man is still Humbit couldn't do a thing. It's too far apart from the rest of the team here. They have to sacrifice Yummy for the sake of the greater good.
Chased out by the Power Rangers right now, as they were trying to secure another elimination point. While the circle shifted towards the high ground, so teams on the lower ground will need to plan how they're going to go up here, while Xbox long range at the Pondit. One last thing of health. Wow, somehow still surprised that one, but finally gunned down by Juke. So Roy might steal this point away, and they will from the hands of GLU. Who's the gap between themselves and Vampire Esports? Here comes a Gen Force, but immediately turns back. We don't have enough information. Doesn't help that the smoke is still active. They try to close the gap still. Lapar, very, very close to Vampire Esports. They fire back, while GLU from the side knocks down Tony K. He could be helping out. Yeah, remember.
Two teams at the same time on both sides. There's no way out whether to justify trying to fight their way out, or they try to defend it as much as possible with only options left. This seems to be very...
But GLU and RRQ, they're looking to improve from the not too bad to even greater heights right now, as Noel will get a Lapar. Okay, that's one down, and that's go time for GLU. Circling around, looking for probably another advantage. Hexa's got to be extra careful, he's right in front, but KF will get Asta. One more to go. Here it's going to be KF all alone, and now he fights 1v1 with SOK, and he will win this one. Time to charge in.
Now it's going to be police charging to it. That's going to be the end of it. It's going to be difficult to defend both sides of streets. We're going to have Arena versus, I think, as a team on the very south for those, SK. Talon versus XPS, XOP. And this is going to be a tricky terrain for them to actually wrap things around with.
Oh, Talon with the high ground advantage. Axel,
for them to present themselves and stop firing. It happens right now, but at least they got some good covers from that vehicle, but not much longer. Slightly dropped down. Turning K struggling, but that's going to be a joker.
It did hurt Boychill, but he's still A-OK, while Juki is playing the support role behind. Now Achul rushing in on the car.
Car's gone, and Juki as well. At the same time, by telling Achul from afar, it the amount of players left, like we don't hesitate. We don't feel hesitant at this point. Glue is going to be a 3v3v4. Arena do have slightly a better number when it comes.
The Talon is the furthest one away, but the best one in this circle right now is going to be GLU squad. Hexas gets Boysil, and Talon's the one in trouble right now. Boysil eliminated by Hexas. I have first view of them. Maybe Hexas just waiting for those points potentially being picked up, and he's on the inner side of the circle. What a good angle here by Hexas. Pressure will be on the Talon right now if they can come up with a miracle run, but Achul, gun down, doesn't help that the zone is closing.
It's going to be high pressure on the side of Talon right now. Well, that's going to be it. Thanks to Hexas, pivotal play on the side of Blue, hoping the end down, but unfortunately, no one will be taken down. Turney K, I did not see that one coming. I have no clue. I can actually see through Noel.
There. Moment right now is the annoying player for GLU squad. As Sakura will try to spray out KF. He will join Hexas on his side, but he will crash it directly on the moment. But the moment he arrives, Moment is ready with his DBS.
Great pivotal player, Moment, anchoring down the rest of Blue players, and that's going to be it. 100%. 100% health for the players just now. All four of them well and live, and 100% prediction of that circle when it comes to the player that's still antsy as well, as we hop into our second Erangel map in week 2 dating. And M16 will be carried by the rest of his teammate IQ. He was stabbing those guys to death just now, and one of the players of Team Secret, if I'm not mistaken, it was Zerus. Oh, now he's even Satar. Great! What are the odds for ETN? I mean,
we want knife him, passing back. Oh, Satar is there. Okay, another 3 point.
It's
then
like the
who knows
universe
what's inside?
give you back, but the universe
Oh.
will say the same thing for Homeboys and New Era. Now, when it comes to Homeboys, they just having their first day here today. But on the start of New Era, they need those points. They really need those
A giant
points.
whoa!
But
Okay, we get to see a replay.
for the start of New Era, and Sunshine is it's Sunshine again. I love
Wix?
whenever Sunshine manages to make a call that one Wix next.
Very high because they know that there's one more somewhere. Oh, there you go. Surprise, surprise by Irons. Is he able to secure?
They have a mental block. That's where their performance is slightly the unusual on the lower side dynamic of this game. They are so confident, they just disrupt everybody along the way. But that's going to be a bit of a double-bladed sword if they just too overconfident. One of them being knocked down the moment they try to rush in. And it's Sunshine we're talking about. I personally feel Sunshine is the most important asset.
92 points at this moment. It's just cruise control for E-Arena.
But you know, if you have all the teammates quite clustered up together indoors, it's not going to be a good place to be. Because the arena can just flush them out. They have enough troubles. But let's speak about the circle for a bit. Despite New Era fighting against the arena, they lost one player. But this is going to be a super difficult circle, by the way. While they're fighting outside of a circle, E-Arena slowly taking out one by one of New Era players. And 30K, there goes. Time to shine, 30K.
Oh, at the moment you mentioned he went down. That's a bit of a choo-choo curse there, Lee. But NC2 is still in the game, so it's not over yet for E-Arena. 1v1 with Sunshine. NC2 Sunshine. DBS versus Shotgun versus QBZ. Depending on what NC2 wants to use, and NC2 still trying to tank out all those nades, trying to wear them out. Another nade across, but it's not easy to land that nade on the Shin with this angle.
Oh, and the Blues are start to think that is not great, but at least Finland managed to get on Superman. Vikings and SK right now, as the Vikings try to take the good down. But for Shin, he's still going to fight back. We do have Boom against ETN at the same time, a very small corner down there. As Boom managed to take down on ETN players, I feel like ETN in shambles. They're the next one to be eliminated. But for Vikings, the break. Doki is really angry trying to blow up that vehicle. But at the same time, Shin gonna get back in his redemption here. And Shin and the rest of SK finally got to see them fighting back for once, you know?
And they seem to be winning this fight, and they will finish out the final player of MVKE Tino.
E-Arena. There's gonna be a long fight between them and Boom.
And here's the crashing by E-Arena.
I feel like even things didn't work out for this round, they still have another one to go, and they're still pretty much safe. They can't secure more than 60 points yet. They're at around 50 plus-ish because they secure 5 more elimination points with 0 left inside Sodium of Blues, and this is going to be tough. And Federales?
0 points for BTR. Group status.
I'm thinking, oh, that was sharp. It's a nice, clean, it's great. Origin next, he needs to focus on what's in front. He got the time to see on the far ones. But 10K, what will he do next? Because the next circle will be going to be critical. RQ. Now these are the two teams that in dire need of this point. At same time fighting against RQ, we just mentioned about them. We get to see whether they survive this one or not.
It looks like Sim9 somewhat winning this fight. RRQ. And RRQ, no points this round. Oh man, that's bad for RRQ. But anyway, now Team Secret and Southern DJ Alliance with Drunk left for Team Secret. Fighting against Ade and Luke. It's going to be a 1v1.
Oh, Team Secret done. It's going to be SK versus Space Clan. Doki, show us what you got. Vinla being knocked down first. This is Red Bull we're talking about. This guy is the star in making. And Red Bull is already a star right now, but can she shine brighter than the rest of our legacy players? But for Red Bull, they try to scout the rest of SK players. Shin and Sal is still remaining on the side of SK. But we do have another team, Southern DJ Alliance. Oh, now fighting against what we're going to do.
Well, silence gone down now. The cats only have gone. Okay, but anyway, now Shin makes a break for it. Tries to survive this one. Shin! I know what to save here. Oh, vehicle smoking up. Shin!
No! Oh, he's so lucky.
Wow.
So lucky. Oh, what a timing. That wasn't. just a great time. He was leaving only FaZe Clan, the only team in the south right now, alongside with Point Donkey. But Alter Ego, what is happening to the Xaviers? They were holding the bridge just now. Last time we saw them, how did Lamborghini get run down by Rosemary?
I guess they have to move away from the bridge. That's just how we all need to move on from our past relationships. As Xavier, now they will lose Lamborghini. But the rest of Xavier, they're still strong enough to fight against Alter Ego. While we check out the next phase of the circle, and it goes up to the high ground west. Step9 is that.
Oh, they've been favoured by the circle gods multiple times now. 2 times in a row, Step9 got the circle. Can they dominate and
CPU so far, they only managed 2 elimination points, and now they're forcing their way through. But in the middle of the road is going to be Boy Donkey stopping out the Eagle. Hovercraft blown apart. 2 members of Alter Ego now in the open.
What an angle Potato had just now. Nobody spot him out. He can freely just shoot them down one by one. Nobody actually give any attention to Zeta or any of the players of Point Donkey. Cover themselves, but Step9 will be behind them. The only one that can actually stop Point Donkey right now, the best bet, it's gonna be Step9.
And here is the high ground fight here. FaZe Clan, Step9, and also Point Donkey. Long range by Chopper. Takes down a player of Step9, but Step9 they fire back, taking out Dewey. And Red Bull next, taken out by Point Donkey. It's going to be a 3-way war now for Cool over the King of the Hill. But carries from the side will be finished off by Razak.
Davis right now, they're gonna be okay. All they need to do is just wait things out when they wreak havoc between these 3 players or 3 teams. They're just gonna get into it and steal it away. Baxi managed to take down on Traxy. That leaves Step9 with only UI at the back line, with Dura managed to take down on Sharper. FaZe Clan finally ousted. And now Step9, how can they reset themselves to fight against Point Donkey, who happens to be having full 4 healthy man on their side?
And full focus on Step9 right now. And only have 1 active player. 10 eliminations right now for Point Donkey. As the Xavier, they are closing in. The circle they chip away from Point Donkey. But Point Donkey, they have a mission. They want to finish off the final player of Step9. That is Yuhai behind this vehicle. Within the smoke, Zeta, losing patience, is moving in. But it's going to be Vexy that burns Yuhai down. Now it's between Point Donkey and the Xavier.
The table around. Levi tried to reposition as far as he can, try to run down one of the players of Point Donkey. Zeta, with almost shredded completely his helmet. Levi is down, leaving the last player of these Xaviers. Nate T, no hand grenade, 1 Molotov, 2 smokes, and bandages at first 8, and that's gonna be down as Baxi finish and wrap things up for Point Donkey. Scoring.
And Point Donkey with the chicken dinner.
We're down to the first Miramar and second last map of the day. Let's hit it, Miramar.
Shit.
I do want to see Snape and Ryan actually in the same lineup for once. That would be interesting to watch as well. But BTR, here comes the rush. We're talking about BTR. Axos Spit is the worst start possible. They are surprised by the attack based on how they were standing themselves just now. They barely got enough. And BTR, they work with what they have. They barely have enough for themselves. Not even a pass on the side of Snape. But it's still going to be them crushing over Axos Spit. That's down to 1 last man. And KNS, can he actually cut for his team?
Yeah, they're all in on the KNS now. Oh, but wait a second. But KNS lost 10% of health, and Satar will not miss his spot.
For the grand final here. On the side of FaZe Clan, now we get to see if FaZe Clan want more, because last week they performed better than Alter Ego. It's all about the better who's better here. Rosemary tried to take down on Red Bull and managed getting on a Dewey as well.
Oh, they need more of Rosemary now that they don't have the circle. Okay, but they need to fight first. Well, there goes Rosemary on the ground. No way he'll be safe, and Chopper will finish him off.
An uneven terrain drive that is difficult. Took them some time to find a reach out towards the rest of them. Remember, they managed to reset. Alba trying to just randomly.
But they're still in the game now. But 3 points, we need to calculate that later, because right now Roy is one of those teams that needs to get into the Super Weekend. And they're having a good one against Team Secret. Well, they could use an insurance policy here. But by doing that, they need to fight against Yo-Yo, and Hexas will get their first knock. Nice navigation around this same compound. And here comes Noel, and he found GK in the process.
Team Secret, limb by limb, taken out by Blue. Definitely need some Blue to reattach your limbs by now. But Zero's cooking up the nade, hoping it will actually toss towards thumbs at an angle, but it's been cancelled entirely as the players of GLU forcing their way into the side of Zeros. He's going to go 2v1 against Hexas. Hexas is down despite having DBS in his hands. And Stickley, here comes the Molotov, trying to burn them off alive. But Team Secret will finish. Jarvex is just down. That leaves the Glue with only 2 players. Noah's bleeding out as well. Now Glue, where would they want to get out from here? Stop Team Secret from advancing here. But Team Secret, they build up the bridge of smoke with the circle just slightly pushed on the south. Team Secret, it's going to be tough, but they try to manage to get on one. While on the side of Blue, they will try to fight back, but it's just inevitable. Bias was still waiting. Toad on the rush. I don't know what they're planning to do. It's the shot, but that's leaving Tom alone today. Vikings, they're still trying to clear up MEC for the longest time, and they're running out of their utilities. 0 for throwables set for that last smoke on break. And for Vikings, they need to win this fight. They have to.
Yeah, they need the points a lot more than MEC. As Voki now waiting at the corner. Okay, Voki sees the opportunity. He gets 1, he gets 2! Voki with the SLK from the room will punish the Vikings.
A long shot that they tried to secure. Don't forget about Roy in the middle, because there's still Roy in there.
Oh, MEC now trying to cut across this road. The Talon is shooting at them, including Roy as well. Roy will get 1. How many did they get out there? They're
going to break into the 40s anytime now as BT are finally bowing out. Bastard run, phenomenal run with a double-digit elimination. If they keep waiting it out, there will not be enough.
Oh, great that you mentioned about Homeboys, because I kind of forgot about it. Ouch. But yeah, okay, they're making this as memorable. And looks like they're sending 1 player at the front. It's going to be Limp Boy, but Claw, they want the points for themselves.
Gonna tap something up from Boo Boo Hoo with a mini 14. That's gonna be hurting at the receiving end of a bias. Everybody wants to be in the position right now. They want it down. And boys.
And Zenline could use a few more points as the insurance policy as well, and they're trying to take it out of Homeboys right now. Sending needs across, but it's going to be Limp Boy that gets Mika. Okay, so I'll get you high from my off angles to spraying down into smoke where Homeboys is at, and Limp Boy will finish off Mika. But you high still trying to find his next target. Trexie, the ITL, will be at the front. Yuhai continues to spray, but this time not getting anything out of it yet.
High reposition himself. Boo Boo Hoo now being stepped by the bullets of Rui Kwang. Roy fighting against Boo Boo Hoo. Barely got any covers. Left, right, center, 4 in the back. 1 Limp Boy is limping out. Eliminations by now 10. If another additional 10 they can get and secure a chicken dinner. But Ian's taking on Linux. Talon, they have to fight a 2-way war now against Roy and against Homeboys at the same time as Mango pushing in. The other end is also sandwiching Talon into a very squimish ham in between. This is going to be difficult for Talon.
And here comes Roy as king of the hill. Talon, now only Yoru left. And where's Yoru going to go? He's heading towards where Zaxi is at. Okay, Zaxi sees him. Yoru, who shot up by Zaxi. But Yoru, okay. He has to turn around because Zaxi is there. And now the more. But Zaxi has to be careful of Homeboys at the same time. But the moment the zone comes in, he will be pushed out. It's going to be Homeboys that takes him out. Yoru eliminated by Car. And right now, Roy, 14 eliminations.
Roy, to get those double digits up.
From the low ground, Homeboys, Ians gets Mango. But there's Car in front of them. That's the 3 players of Roy right now to try to stop Homeboys from moving forward. And Limboy will be got by 2K.
Limboy knocked down once more. Homeboys, they are spreading. They're clustered up together as a tree. That's not the best one as the Molly will try to separate themselves. And it's going to be Ians jumping down towards the palm tree. He's trying to just spray within the smoke, hoping it will connect somehow. But the smoke confuses the rest of Homeboys. And Juke and all Bengal boys shot him down by Ians. And this is the time to know whether Homeboys can wrap this up. Quick ball getting on Ians. Down to Shamil. Shamil can actually pass for the team. Tries up behind, giving cover fire. Homeboys, they score the chicken. But will it be enough right now?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Let's not write them off yet, ladies and gentlemen. Jumping on to the final match for today. And let's get onto it, Mirama. And we're gonna see, oh, not good for Roy. Not good at all. Okay. Now Roy, one player gun down.
Frankie with 18 bullets.
And 3.
Absolutely. But where are the rest of his teammates? I think if they are quite nearby.
Thank you, observers. Okay, no one else is near. They won't have the time. Roy will lose one player. Now, whether
What a
it's
way
going to
to
be
go.
enough for them to maintain top 16.
Right at the junction of truck stop, the outskirts, right side of it. For Stem 9, they know the circle shifted. They won't waste any more time, but for Point Donkey and Toda,
Yeah, we'll see Toda again tomorrow. Not going to be an issue. But Stem 9 now blocked by MEC.
oh no, this is not great. Stem 9, they need these points. They lost one members already. While the teams are just...
Good. Not the time to flip his vehicle. Oh no. And guess who it is? It's
Oh,
BTR. But
Oh.
it's actually Exosphere. Then knocked out Viren.
for himself to be the target. But at least they still have 2 players. Exosphere, they're visited by NBC. Not like this. Not like this, Exosphere.
Okay, but we start off by knocking out Kido. Okay, that's what they're looking for.
Oh.
But Lobby X knocked out by Pmsl. A bit of a trade there. Lobby X will finish off. And looks like Grub will be taken out as well. Oh no, this is bad for
no.
Exosphere. 2 players left. They need to pull off a big one here. But the nade across, they will get one. Same time, Vampire Esports will be in a fight against Talon. MVKE in a fight against Space Clan. Wait a second, MVKE
Right.
actually from afar, they knocked down Canary. But because it's a long range, they're not able to finish up the job. Instead, it's going to be Mango finished up by Dewey.
That's a brutal way to go. But for Roy, they need to secure those points. And now due to OT2 players, they got
OTJ.
1. Red Bulls is down. UK need to reload, swap over to Star L. Dewey already prepped himself with a DBS. That's a smart move to finish off with the Molly. But did the Molly actually burn? Not really. He got a corner to Red Bull. He will not be burned by them once against.
But he's still bleeding out though. Now it's the 3 members of Face Clan trying to win this against Roy. Canary gets UK, okay. Red Bull still bleeding out. They need to win this fight before they're able to save their teammates. And look at the minimap. There's actually another team around the corner. It could be MVKE there. And yes, it is MVKE. MVKE! They need the points. They're looking at this area. They're looking. MVKE, on the other hand, clearly needs points. And they're going to play by the edge of the circle, trying to block Base Clan from coming in. Base Clan right now, tanking the blue at stage number 5.
That's what great needs to happen. This is going to be them not gaining any points at all, but Talon will distract Claw. Now Axel is down, and Claw shifted their focus to a Talon instead.
And here comes Atul. Okay, rushing in. Talon is still alright. They are still on the outside circle. Bell Claw is still inside. Bobo Hu kills his teammate next. And here comes Linux onto Axel, while Claw is still on the high ground. We have Saxi here together with Chipe. Saxi will be gunned down. Boys, okay, they need all the boys they can get. The Miros will get it with the Mini 40.
We're waiting, but Zeta is shutting down on Miro's right. At the moment, he'll be trying to finish off Saxi and Chipeng are running over to his son Talon, but Vampire just gotta be here right now. Still trying to fight between these 3 tribes. There's gonna be Talon. Axel will take it out. Linux cooking up the nade. Chipeng in between. Traps leading out, down, still healing up, but Chipeng will get hit by...
They were to see him, but they're trying to find that angle. Doesn't help that the fact that Vampire was distracting them, but finally they got Chipeng. And Claw, they're out at number 11, only 1 point collected, 55 points. Will it be enough? Will be the question, depending on how the bottom teams actually perform here. And here comes...
It's divided. The teams like North and the South wars going on, but it will be in the center with Sam 9 got himself compound circle as well, and Exo 3 with 2 players. Can they hold against Alter Ego 2 players and MVKE?
And Sem9 just needs a few more points. They'll be holding on to the circle. Now that we are at 9 teams, 1 more team eliminated, and Sem9 will start to collect coming in. They would want an insurance policy as they rush in onto Talent. Here comes, and from the back, it's going to be Zeros that takes out Linux.
Yeah, that's a clean execution. Boys, they might have loosened their chance to get into the Super Weekend, but Ian's fighting back to Razak. As I finish off Pmsl, Yoru going against Zero still as Team Secret triumph over this.
3 points. It's not going to be enough for them for sure. Thank you so much to Homeboys for playing this season. We hope to see them again in the next.
Yep. Definitely, we were hoping for them to get better, stronger as well. But back to it, it's a fight going Donkey versus GLU and better points by end of the day. Alter Ego, Sam9. Now, Sam9 need this point so bad. But Mika.
6 teams, it should be enough. Okay, let's see if we can get a bonus here against Alter Ego. Alter Ego, unfortunately, not enough bodies for them, but they will still try.
Backstage, this is the weekend. But Vikings, they open up the cart towards the side of Exo. Stick is fighting for his life. Taco is next. Taco got.
Okay, let's see how far will they go right now because right in front of them is going to be Alter Ego. 3 players of Alter Ego against MVKE on the outside of the circle as they try to find a space against Alter Ego. And MVKE, they still have to score big here. Alright, but we'll check back on them later because right now it's going to be Team Secret against GLU Squad, and GLU Squad, they might lose Xbox. Gunned down by Team Secret. Stickley's on the other side.
Almost exploded vehicle. He's too close to that vehicle as well, and that Molly will try to push him out. He goes straight to the smoke, but the moment the smoke dissipates, this is going to be tough. Wrong going to push in. Zero's will up behind. Frankie as well. This is going to be it. Stickley, can he actually do it by himself? He prepared himself with a DBS. He knows they're going to go through the smoke.
Oh,
Jumps
Stickley!
He got one.
Oh,
he's three down.
got 2.
On 2. Stickley, he can clutch this by himself, but coming up from behind him, Frankie.
On the outside of the circle, right round them, Alter Ego is going to hold on their line, especially Moana here against Woonti. The rest of MVKE coming in. Woonti is going to be all alone, and Moana gunned down by MVKE.
Managed to recuperate himself after leaking that wound, but Frankie will knock down once more by Break from afar. Now here comes the push, and Break will join in and regroup with the rest of MVKE. But this is just an open space. There's nothing to cover himself with.
Oh, and Changsin knockdown. Team Secret, they have Zeros right now, and Zeros will fight. Zeros will win.
But Team Secret reload themselves, but they need those points. They cannot let the blue zone to finish off the players. They need to finish the plays for the points. But Alpha is not allowing them to do so. Alpha Ego picking up Zeros. This is going to be tough on him.
Okay, I just did the math here. MVKE, they actually have a very good chance of sliding into the Super Weekend. Okay, let's see here. MVKE, they should be able to score the chicken dinner unless Alpha can deny it away from them. Alpha, 16 bullets left in his M4. Nothing else in his magazine to make that 10 bullets right now. And then he'll be needed to shot through a shotgun. Here comes.
Oh, well, but he has to force this to CQC for the sake of his gun. There's no more bullets in there. But with this shotgun, what can you do? 2 different angles. Alva, he has to pick and choose whether he wants to go CQC with Break or not. But Break, you have plenty of rifles. Alva down to 20% of HP.
Aha!